I go feed them.
Go for them.
I'm joking. Alright then, remix. And we run the place silence. Them go secrets, I talk say it be Clarence. Try me, then a violence. For the set, kill it, make we show them badness. Big men with a cruise wagon, kill it. We make the fans them feely, yeah. And I me vibe them feely. Say kill it. You know see me dance them kill it. We make the fans them feely, and I me vibe them feely.
We are go kill them. What you say? Them dead again. Them dead again. La Russo, Simon talk them killy. Even a last killer go chop the kuli. We never lose. Stay winnie. Get on youth, take bug again. Inni. We no get friend, we no get pen pal. Accidental. Whoever you late, detrimental. Better know one God is a real general.
Say killy. You know see me dance them killy. We make the fans them feely, yeah. And I me vibe them feely. Say killy. You know see me dance them killy. We make the fans them feely, and I me vibe them feely.
I them aside, me no like them attack. Don't you listen to the vibe, it be lies them attack. As to the rise when they want make a fall. So pants to the rise, I they fly, then the crowd check the setting. Tell me when me rapping, put the whole arm in front of me not for thing. The cycle you can get thing, Laru, so we go get the milli. Tafon and me, then go dead, diggy. Don't know a place where they don't know me. Keep pushing, bro, J4B. We all they see your hypocrisy.
Feeling, yeah, and I me vibe them feely. Say killy. You know see me dance them killy. We make the fans them feely. And I me vibe them feely. We just a drop killy like popcorn. Madman tell the DJ put it on a rewind. I get to everybody love this slogan. Make me show them something. Say small boy, big God, yeah me have something. No chat. Make them know this small boy talking young bass, young lad. Them can't show me nothing. This street show me love and me want to show them something. Me dance them strap out. Boss gonna make boy head drop down quick. Flash fire like a dragon. Inna them face them just a beg pardon. Say killy. You know see me dance them. We make the fans them feely. And I me vibe them feely. La Russo, switch from Newtown. Right now, me I go feed them. I'm joking. Alright then, hear this. And we run the place silence. Them go secrets, I talk say it be Clarence. Try me, then a violence. For the set, kill make we show them badness. Big men with a cruise wagon. See a man go the foot wagon. Big up the man, them shook one done. J giddy, happy jadon. Say killy. You know see me dance them killy. We make the fans them feely, yeah. And I me vibe them feely. Say killy. You know see me dance them killy. We make the fans them feely, and I me vibe them feely. We just a drop killy like popcorn. Man, say small boy, big God, yeah me have something. No chat. Make them know this small boy talking young. Boss gonna make boy head drop down quick. Flash fire like a dragon. Inna them face them just a beg pardon. Say killy. You know see me dance them killy. We make the fans them feely, yeah. And I me vibe them feely. Say killy. You know see me dance them killy. We make the fans them feely, and I me vibe them feely. Yo, them no one take me serious, but this time me speeding them like fast and furious. Yo, me see say them jealous, no have time for them. See the youth start famous, so me say we run the place silence. Them go secrets, I talk say it be Clarence. Try me, then a violence. For the set, killy, make we show them badness. Big men with a cruise wagon. See a man go the foot wagon. Big up the man, them shook one done. J giddy, happy jadon. Say killy. You know see me dance them killy. We make the fans them. I'm not joking thing. I say vapor.
Shatta wale bi dealer, medica dealer, isi wade bi badila, dealer, asi ma dealers bi realer, dealer, shatta wale bi dealer. Madobashi, manyamaka, Sell no way, remember your signs. Power. Saba. From my language, I see you know from Ghana. Omo, Naja, Mame, Debbie Liberia. You from London, my G, Yankee. Dila, Shatta Wale be dealer. Dila, Medica dealer. Dila, Isibade be my dealer. Dila, Asima dealers be realer. Dila, Shatta Wale be dealer. Dila, Asima dealers be realer. Remember the signs. Baby, don't come, Dila, all my babies be dealer. Dila, your girl be my dealer. Dila, we dey want this for my dinner. Dila, all we dey think be the figure.
Dila with the rantings for Medina. All what we think is about a figure. Good evening to you, cherished listeners, and your life in the cities of Corner Radio. Today marks the second day of the month, February 2022. And today is another beautiful, brand new, wonderful Wednesday. And you know how we always do it on every blessed Wednesday. When we are not in the reggae way, then we are in the dancehall way. So today being the second day of February and Wednesday as well, we are in the dancehall mode.
And make the whole world hear.
So today in the background is all gonna be full of dancehall music from the likes of Stoneboy, Shatta Wale, J Dorby. 2022 as February determines whatever will go on in the year 2022. So every youth out there, you have to feel irate because this is February.
I know anybody irate.
I go by the name Street Lord Official, aka the Ghetto Youth Journalist, alias the Struck Don Dada. And this is your one and only motivative, educative, and better drive time ever on Corner Radio. Big ups to my DJ, the man behind the mix, DJ Roof J, and my producer Hajaji H. As you guys can see the topic before the house today, what do we mean by common sense? Yeah, common sense are children. So today we'll be going straight to the Oxford Dictionary. Then we'll take the definition of common sense there. Then we'll pick again from the Longman Dictionary the definition of common sense and the definition of common sense from Google. What are your common sense in common sense in NDB? I know by this time you'll be asking yourself a whole lot of questions. If you want to ask me a whole lot of questions, then just stay tuned to Corner Radio. Before we end this program, you get the answers to all questions you're asking yourself right now. You know, I always say this is the only right time that give you the listener out there to say your mind. Kawadrin. Ghana is our country. Ghana is our motherland. So we can't let our motherland spoil that way. It's been my motherland and Saisa. And Ghana is our motherland, but assassin your Tom. So wherever you are, you have to feel irate because the year 2022, the ball is now rolling. February Nature said this is the time everybody have to focus. Yesterday we talked about the plans you have towards this month and this year, and today we are gonna sense. And if you wanna know all the answers or the keys to common sense, then you have to stay tuned to this program till we go to the end. And this program is a 1 hour program. So for 10 minutes past the hour 4, which means we are left with 50 minutes to wrap up with the program. So by the end of this 50 minutes, you will learn what common sense is. And you get to know if you have common sense, where you can find yourself. And if you lack common sense, where you can find yourself. So you the listener out there, today you have the platform to tell me whatever you think common sense is. And what you think we are lacking as individuals or as a country that makes us to be where we are today. Common sense is a very vital key. When you have common sense, you have solution to everything. Now common sense, we lack here. Jacob black. Who number black?
My relationship, me I go.
Adrena Yejma, who number black. And then about my Adrena Yejma, which is common sense. Common sense will make the brain to work. So when you are lacking common sense, the body will suffer.
You love me.
So today we are gonna talk much about common sense. We are gonna learn much about common sense. By the way, today we are in the dancehall mode, and whenever we are in the dancehall mode, you know it's all about fire for fire. Zongo man kayano, Katuma zongo so fire na me fire na ye na yo ja. So today, as I'm firing, you the listener out there, you can also fire in by dropping your comment at the comment section. Today everything is part to part. When I give it to you, give it to me. This one is from the girl Coffee, straight from Jamaica. So today the topic before the house again is what do we mean by common sense? You can't common sense in Nyansa. And then in Nyansa, you can't Nyansa. What do you saying? I'm watching out for the party out. Okay. You know when you lack common sense, common sense is not about degree. It's not about diploma. It's not about masters. Common sense is about something that you can just sit as a human being and think about it. And common sense is gifted by God. And when God gives you common sense, you decide to use it or not. So today, we'll let people know how to use their common sense. So they'll be using our common sense. And when we mean common sense, what do we actually mean by common sense? Today the show is gonna be interesting. As you give it to me, I give it to you. And then we are going to the part to power. Fire me and fire you. Now you Jack and tomorrow go back to the other, okay. Me don't tell you, my brother. Cut like dagger when million situation gather. Life is a race. While me around and go looking at the face. When you get common sense, you don't look another man's face. Life is a race. How will you win the race? Still, you need common sense. Or some make me win this race, you know. We say both don't just try giddy to win this race. He used common sense. So whatever you do on earth, it's all about common sense. So common sense in the black. When the knowledge is not working, or when it's not only about the labor, but sometimes it's about the common sense too. So today we are going to break down the alacrities and the conundrum levels of common sense. Because I know people, science student, what am I saying? All the alacrities and the conundrum levels of common sense, we are going to break everything down into pieces, into understandable levels. The answers to every key is common sense. I said, no, sense or Abraham, common sense. And common sense won't be a book, common sense. Common sense is gift from God. If you lack common sense, the opportunity will be with you. You have the resources, but still you can't develop it. Just because you lack something we call common sense. Part to part movement. We are breaking things into the understandable level. You can wear new things every morning. So to my listeners out there, today when I fire, you fire. So the common level, I want the common sector to be hot. You all have your thoughts on common sense. We all have different mindsets. So tell me what you think about common sense. When I fire you, we fire me. Then together we fire the country. We make things jiggy. Today the show is gonna be interesting. The show is gonna be fantastic. As you flow, I flow. We all accept each other's opinions. But at the end of the day, all what we want is good understanding and solution to our problems. Push expensive, so me na pass it. Drop a hit song next to me and get pass it. Careful, I speech, don't test me pass it. Paper. So you know what, listen to me. You can just look on your screen right now and see the topic before the house today. What do we mean by common sense? In Nyansa, you can't say Nyansa as a Chirani saying. So tell me what you think common sense is. And we'll move to Oxford Dictionary, pick the definition of common sense. We'll move to the Longman Dictionary, pick the definition of common sense. The Word Google is also talking about common sense.
If
you wanna be one done, then you have to have the common sense. One done.
Yeah, I wonder why shot I never fall. One done.
Wednesdays are always hot. Because Wednesday when we are on reggae or dancehall, it's all about fire for fire. And you know, reggae and dancehall, they speak the truth. We don't lie over there. So whenever we are on this platform, we don't imitate false information. Whatever we give out there is authentic. Whatever we give out there is genuine.
Happy run this. Me know why I'm not a novice. Big up me Frenchman, them from Paris.
Okay.
New religion like the
artists are artists.
Yeah, them feeling that.
And the artist can never be artist if the artist is like a common sense.
He run the planet. Me run the planet.
Together we can put Mother Ghana on its toes. Or together we can put our own motherland on the right path. By understanding some little key points in life. Because common sense, common sense is given free. You don't have to buy book before you learn common sense. You don't have to go to a lecture room before you learn common sense. So today, we are breaking down the colondrian level, all the alacrities, all the concern, all the juicy things about common sense to you, the listeners out there. But don't forget, this show can never be possible without our sponsors. We have Premature Groups of Company, which is divided into 4 main categories. We have the barbering salon, the fashion design, the supermarket, and the cosmetics. Locate Premature Groups of Company in Accra, New Town. Get a good junction of the Mafia's Parliament, opposite the Baba Atta Mall. Or you can call them on 024 70 77 674. Premature Groups of Company and number 1 number on the customer service face. The topic before the house today is what do we mean by common sense? You got common sense, that's what you're trying to say. You the one listen to me. Bring your idea. Fire me, make a fire you. And together we fire Ghana and put Ghana on its toes. If you wanna be one done, then you need the best collection for yourself, which is Asma Global Limited, the number 1 boutique in Ghana and beyond. No matter your gender, whether male or female, is it the Nikes, is it the outfit, is it the trousers, is it the Italian suit, the Jamaican suit? What sort of suit do you want? What sort of outfit do you want? When you have nowhere to look on, I recommend Asma Global Limited for you. They are located in Accra, New Town, opposite the Mafia's Parliament. Asma Global Limited. Your clothing is our priority. Somebody run figure out poverty. If I be run, live on a life poverty. Hey Charlie, this one is from the man J. Dorby and entitled Poverty. Poverty, you can't stop me from my shine. In my life, me no run far, me no fall, me no want down, me no down. In this one of life, we don't want to fall, and we don't want to down, we no down. This is from the man J. Dorby. So wherever you are in your life, you have to stand so firm. You have to stand and fight hard so that you never fall or you never fail in life. Poverty will live your life. Poverty for better move. Because 2022 is all about fire. It's all about positive energy. Oh, don't know hustling the second skill. Yeah, what we done with no stress and pill, but now. As I told you earlier on, today is fire for fire. Can one dream, mommy? Come again. What do you mean by common sense? You can't common sense as you understand. Over poverty, in one life, we know one die, we know one fall. This is from J. Robbie Future Popcorn. This is the remix of the song Poverty.
Just I want live with me life higher height.
Fight for my family and pay my price.
In my life,
we also have a hair affair salon in Nigeria. Our proud sponsors. Number 1 hair salon in Nigeria and beyond. Hair affair salon. Locate them in Nigeria, Abuja, Nigeria. Benson Utako Lane, Utula Plaza, which is owned by Madam Kende Ajiboye. So if you want the best hair product, the Brazilian hair, the Italian hair, and you are in Nigeria, Abuja to be precise, and you have nowhere to look on, I recommend hair affair salon for you.
Just I want be
the king of boys. I say good evening to you, Alaji. Alaji Kabiru Ajiboye Jabala Islagon, the chief of Yoruba in Islagon. I say good evening to you too. Ajiyar Sika to Vandapo, Ya Adin, with the husband. Wherever you are, so good evening to you. Alaji Tofik Ultimate. Wherever you are, the Oshukpa. Alaji Tofik Ultimate, I say good evening to you. Mama Kadiri, in charge of Premature Groups of Company, most especially the supermarket. Mama Kadiri, wherever you are, so good evening to you. Keep on dropping your messages. Moon dropping your messages. Your messages will make the show much interesting. The topic before the house today is, what do you mean by common sense? You can't common sense as you trying to say. So you don't want to listen to me. Tell me your opinion. Tell me what you think common sense is all about. And as I told you guys earlier on, we'll be referring it by picking the definition from the Oxford Dictionary, from the Longman Dictionary, or from Google to tell us what common sense is actually meant by. Today the show is full of energy. The show is full of fire. As I told you guys earlier on, from February going, this show is gonna be hot. This show is gonna be crazy. We are gonna break the show into pieces. We are gonna bring down everything into understandable level, the corundum level, the alacrities. We are gonna break everything into details. When we bring up the topic, you're breaking it down into the lowest degree, into the understandable degree, for everybody to understand it. So wherever you are, Ghana and beyond, today the topic before the house is, what do we mean by common sense? You can't common sense. What is common sense? Common sense. This is something we don't buy. This is something we don't pay before we get it. But common sense is something we think. It's something logical. It's something gifted by God. It's something very easy to acquire. But when you also get it and you don't hold it very well, Charlie, you lose it. So today, you better common sense. Indeed. We thank God for the journey. January has ended and we are now in February. And this February, as I said earlier on, to whoever is listening to me, we save more and spend less. To the street hustlers, spending on the street is minimized. Because Jack, when you don't save 5 years to come when you're civilized, and we left on to feed home if I think twice. And everybody gets this is Rapture from the Girl Coffee, straight from Jamaica. You know, this song is always like a banger song. Whenever you listen to this song, you yourself, you get to know what we are talking about. We are talking about the truth, which is dancehall, which is reggae. You can see that the energy in the house today is massive, it's crazy. It's positive, because we are in February. And as I told the youth earlier on, the ghetto, we are not going to imitate any nonsense. We are not going to joke. In the month of February, we are ready to achieve, and therefore we are ready to work hard. So today, this is one of the things everybody have to know, because that's one of the secrets of success. It's common sense. When you have common sense, then you surely achieve everything you aid in life. Okay. We also have Harlem Break International School. They are also our proud sponsors. Locate Harlem Break International School in Accra, Newtown, Odocho Street. The #1 private school in Ghana and beyond. Even people from outside countries, Sierra Leone, Benin, Burkina Faso, Nigeria are all bringing their children to attend Harlem Break International School. In terms of WASU examination, we have the track record over there. We admit children from kindergarten to junior high school level. So if you want the best education for your child, they have nowhere to look on than Harlem Break International School. Chris Babe has dropped his message. And he said, Eddie Nash, okay. Chris Babe, I see you. Today we are going to talk about common sense. Because common sense will be at here. Just something everybody can acquire. Common sense, you don't have to attend school before you get common sense. And when you have common sense, you have the key of achieving success. So as I told you earlier on, we'll be referring common sense to the Oxford Dictionary. And we'll be referring common sense to the Longman Dictionary. And we'll be referring common sense to the Google definition of common sense. I come from the ghetto and I'm always strong. Wherever you are, Senior Moses on Apple, I say good evening to you. And I know you are doing the monitoring right now. I want to see your comments. I want to see your opinion based on the topic of the house today, which is what do you mean by common sense?
them not eat, we go boss I want.
Drop your messages. After dropping your messages, you like the video and share the video so that we get to the mass out there. I said this month of February, everything is gonna be about energy, energy and energy. When I fire, you fire. Then together we put our country on top.
For a better life. Well, we are pretty sweet in life.
Okay.
They never know about get to life.
We have Unique Bakery and Deco, the #1 decorators and the #1 cake bakers. They are also located in Accra New Town, opposite the Eco Bank in Kansanja. Hey, Mr. in Kansanja. It is owned by Madam Aja. Hey, did you know come here? You refuse. I can't forget the name like that. So locate Unique Bakery and Deco in Accra New Town, Mafia's Parliament, or Ketaku Junction to be precise.
When you frustrate, please keep your head up. The system never shown a love.
26 minutes past the hour 4, and when it's 30 minutes, we will start to break down the definition of common sense according to Google, according to Oxford Dictionary, and according to the Longman Dictionary.
Forget the pay. Everyone that bought me shoulder for the clear.
I come from the ghetto and I'm strong. So big up to everybody listening to me right now. Moon drop it in my comments. Moon drop it in my messages. You can also follow us on YouTube. It's Corner TV. Let's move and subscribe to our YouTube channel. On TikTok it's Corner TV. On Twitter it's Corner TV. On Instagram it's Corner Radio, and on Facebook it's Corner Radio. When you're watching the video right now, like the video and follow the page so that whenever we are live, you also get a feed. This is your baddest drive time ever. The Corner Vibe Show on Corner Radio. The only drive time that accepts everybody's opinion. Speak your mind, Kawajin. Common sense is not owned by an individual. Everybody have common sense. So today I expect the common sector to be choked with messages. Because common sense, everybody have common sense. And everybody have the way he or she define common sense. So tell me how you define common sense. Tell me how you see common sense to be. Oh.
It's JMJ, baby.
Every ghetto you just I keep flying, cause I really got no time.
I keep flying because I really get no time. So this February we have no time for support. We have no time for any imbecility. As the marketing Manzango will always say, we have no time for negative energy. All what we want is we want to fly higher. And if you want to fly higher, then you have to stay positive. From the man Batman Samini. We are speeding and speeding.
Keep shining.
Ah.
We are the ghetto tycoon kings. What's my title claim? East to the west.
We wanna be number one. We wanna be number one. So this year we are working harder. We are grinding harder. We are gonna stay mute.
From the east to the west. From the north to the south.
From the east to the west, from the north to the south, you want to be number one. And if you want to be number one, then you have to know one thing, or you have to have one thing, which is common sense.
Raised me to be a white child, them say. Once bitten, be twice shy. What guy want to take my shine? Nice try. My pride no go make a life for another man to take my shine.
Oh,
ghetto you deserve a chance to shine.
Ghetto youth, you deserve a chance to shine. Every ghetto youth out there, you deserve a chance to shine.
So enemies, let me be. Exactly what I am said to be.
I want to tell you guys the only drive time that accepts the opinion of everybody out there. So today the topic before the house is, what do you mean by common sense? You can't common sense, I'll give you saying.
Cause I really got no time. We keep shining.
We really got no time, so we have to fly, we have to shine.
What's my title claim? Africa is
What's one a title claim? We are the number one.
to the south. What's my brand new name? What's my title claim?
So wherever you are, you're surely gonna be number one.
Say we are the best. Number one. But the ten and you are funny, yeah. Get a phone in the bar, I'm just so yeah.
Oh, get your phone at the bar, I'm sure so yeah. When the young guys bring it out there, that's why they see and they imitate. That's why they see and they learn. So don't forget, you the one listening to me right now. We bring it in and they copy it.
I stand up rightly.
So wherever you are, you need to stand up right and stand up for your own right, fight for your own self. Because when you bring it in, that's where the cup is.
This is how it's said to be. Man, I'm #1 every day.
If you really want to be #1 every day, then you have to keep on grinding.
I keep flying, cause I really got no time.
We keep on flying cause we really got no time.
What's my brand name? What's my title claim?
Okay, let's move straight to the definition of common sense by the Oxford Dictionary. According to the Oxford Dictionary, common sense is about the ability of thinking practically to make a sensible decision. That means common sense is all about the ability of you thinking practically to make a sensible decision. So when they say practically, they didn't say theoretically. It's not about theory, but it's about practically. That's from Oxford Dictionary. Okay, let's also move to the Longman Dictionary. Common sense is the knowledge that every human being have. Such knowledge is not spoken or written, but is a gift from God. And this knowledge is not acquired by degree or by any certificate taught by an individual. Common sense is a gift by God. Example is, it is not possible for an animal to drive a car. This is common sense. It is not possible to achieve when you don't put up effort. This is common sense. So this is the definition of common sense by the Longman Dictionary. Both Longman and Oxford Dictionary is all saying that common sense is not written, it's not spoken, but it's a gift from God. So a common sense is not acquired from any tertiary institution or any school institution. So they should tell you that you don't have to go to school before you get common sense. Let's move to the definition of Google. Common sense is the simplest sense every individual has, but when you fail to use your common sense, then you fail to achieve your dreams. Without common sense, an individual can never get a possible result. And common sense cannot be taught. It's never found in a book, but it's a gift straight from God. Common sense is for you and your family or for your country. With common sense, the little you have can be sustainable. Without common sense, the little you have will be used by others to satisfy their own needs. So without common sense, it will be very difficult for an individual to develop or a country to develop. This is not from me. So if your country is not developing, then surely your leaders are lacking common sense. That's according to the definition of Google. And if you think what I'm saying is wrong, go to Google right now and type the definition of common sense, and they'll give you the definition of common sense. And if what I'm saying is true, is wrong, you can come here and judge me. So from the definition of Google, with common sense, the little resources you have, you can develop it and make it sustainable for your family or your country. So let's ask ourselves, we have almost all the resources, but still we can't get a sustainable economy. This will tell you that something is wrong, which is common sense.
I'm blessed, I'm blessed, I'm blessed. I'm blessed, I'm blessed, I'm blessed. Clean every day, them know man a champion. Home if it's suffer when me in a God plans. Them want see man weak, but Jah you make me strong.
They want to see man weak, but Jah keep on making us strong. So this month of February, on the Corner Vibe Show, we are never gonna be weak. We are gonna keep on bringing you guys something educative, something when you have it in life, you can surely achieve your dreams. So today we are talking about common sense, and also I read for you guys earlier on from the definition of the Oxford Dictionary, from the definition of the Longman Dictionary, and from the definition of Google definition. Common sense is not something we have to go and learn, but common sense is something we have been gifted with free.
Shut out, still in the picture when them want to see me cut out. Fear exists, but me no want you have no doubt. Pencil know my greatness can't rub out. So them a drive.
So if you're an individual or a country and you have all the resources, but still you can't run a sustainable economy, or you can't provide for the basic needs of your country, then you lack one thing, which is common sense, according to the definition of common sense from the Google definition.
I'm blessed, I'm blessed, I'm blessed.
Everybody is blessed, but you catch yourself or you lack common sense.
I'm blessed.
Because God has given everybody the common sense. God has given everybody the ideas on which we can all develop on. So I'm not saying Mother Ghana is lacking common sense, but Google is saying it. From the definition, by the definition from Google, common sense is gifted free. So you can even have degree, you can have all the masters, but still you lack common sense. And that's what Google is saying. Google is saying common sense is beyond degree, it's beyond master certificate, it's beyond diploma, it's beyond HMD, it's beyond certificate. So common sense, you don't need to hold certificate before you get common sense. You can have that degree, but still you lack common sense. You can have that doctorate degree, but still you lack common sense. You can be highly educated, but still lack common sense. So if you can't develop the little you have to make it sustainable for yourself or for your country, then you lack something which is common sense, according to the definition of common sense from Oxford, from Longman, and from Google. So I'm not saying Mother Ghana, we are lacking common sense, but the definition from Google is telling us that Mother Ghana, something is wrong elsewhere, and what is wrong, that's common sense. Okay. Before our country Ghana can move forward, we need to do something. This is from the mark of Ikenata. Obeye Bibia, ye Bibi Sesia. February Nedro, my brother, my sister, look sharp. If you say time on your call, it will be a your wild. You go survive when you mama when you see look smart. Wherever you are, don't let anybody use you. Look smart. Obey look smart by developing the common sense. So this year we are never gonna let everybody to beat our intelligence. Nobody's gonna beat our mindset. Most especially with the hustlers. Most especially the ghetto youth. Nobody is coming to beat our mindset. Because this time we are gonna empower our common sense ability. We are fighting poverty far away. So that means we are gonna empower the ability that we have by building up on our common sense agenda. Yeah, baby, obeje Nyajidi no beje udo. Na ube nyajidi ne se. Ezete unyusu unyansa. So today the topic before the house once again. What do we mean by common sense? You can common sense as a trend saying. DJ, I want you to check your cable very well. We are having some breakages in the music. Okay, the definition of common sense I just read out for you guys from Google, from Oxford Dictionary, and from the Longman Dictionary. Common sense, you don't have to go to school before you acquire common sense. As you are looking for the money and you are focusing on the journey, you have to empower your common sense ability. This year 2022, we are kicking away poverty. Poverty have to go away. Follow Corner Radio on all social media platforms. On YouTube is Corner TV, TikTok is Corner TV, Instagram is Corner Radio, Facebook is Corner Radio. When you like the video, share the video and comment on the video. Oh. DJ, your cable is giving me a lot of breakages. Okay, so our listeners out there, sorry for that inconvenience. Sorry for that inconvenience we are facing in the system, but still my technical team, they are still working so hard to get everything done.
I try in the box and the wrestling, still no way. Try a cat, the filler, start to watch scratching, that's on the punching. One mega gold medal. Boy, you know.
Let's go for a quick musical break. When we are back, we continue.
I'm shelling me the god. Swear me get the champion boy. Why the mush never made in the champion boy. Now man I don't a songsters boy. Fly the boy
Welcome back from that musical break. And we are sorry for that inconvenience. As I told you guys earlier on, we had a technical problem. But thanks to my DJ and my technical team, everything is back on board. So you don't want to listen to me earlier on, as I told you guys. What we are lacking right now, as a country, as individuals, is common sense. So when we are able to build on this ability, which is common sense, everything is achievable. So wherever you are listening to me, we are still locked down in the studios of Corner Radio, and this is your one and only baddest drive time ever. The Corner Vibe Show on Corner Radio. Today we are on the dancehall edition. That's why you can hear it in the background. It's all about dancehall and dancehall. You can call me Street Lord Official, aka the Ghetto Youth Journalist, alias the Shock Don Dada. I told you guys earlier on, common sense is something everybody needs to know. Common sense, you don't need to educate before you get common sense. You can have the degree, you can have the certificate, but still you lack common sense. And pedagogical definition, when you lack common sense, you can have all the resources, but you can never run a sustainable or efficient economy when you lack common sense. So I told you earlier on, I know wherever you are, by this time, you've understand the full definition of common sense. And the mistake we've made back in the days, in our previous years, those mistakes are never going to be repeated again. As we've all learned something today from common sense. So this should tell you that everything practical is having advantage than theoretical things. So Ghana, our educational system, we have to start dealing with the practical aspect and stop the theoretical aspect. Because the definition of common sense itself is telling you that common sense is dealt practically, not theoretically. Common sense is not found in a book. Common sense is not found, it's not spoken. It's something that is gifted by God. So before a country can move on in life, they have to develop their common sense conscience, which is the practical aspect. So it's time Ghana, we focus on practical things and stop focusing on theoretical things. That was last week Sunday. Last week Saturday. I talked about Ghanaians valuing certificate more than ability. And today common sense is telling us that ability is the key to productivity. You can have the certificate but still lack the ability, which is common sense. So before a country can move forward or a country can experience a bumper productivity, it's based on the human resources. And how can the human resources make a good productivity? By having common sense. How do we get the common sense? By teaching them practically and stop the theoretical aspect. Theory is good, but too much of theory gives out no results. If it join you, it be you, and you there. Then you have to share the video, you have to like the video, you have to drop a comment on the video. This is from the man Stone Boy. Wherever you are watching me right now, ability and stop certificate or stop focusing on paper. This is what common sense is telling us. Like ritual, and I eat at the daily special. Run road. Dubai, the people in Dubai are not ritualists. The people in Dubai don't have multiple brains. The people in Dubai are not more sensible than those in Ghana. But just that the people in Dubai are using their common sense very well. That's why Dubai is able to transform from a fishing harbor to one of the biggest tourist sites ever in the whole wide world. It's all about a common sense ability. So if you and I, our mother Ghana, we are also able to focus on the theoretical aspect. The practical aspect and do away with the theoretical aspect. We are also gonna excel like other countries we heard their name today, or we'll be hearing their name today. The likes of Dubai, the likes of South Africa, the likes of Morocco, the likes of Ethiopia. You know, today, before we get coffee, Ethiopia is one of the countries that contribute much in terms of coffee production. But still, Ethiopia produce the coffee, but the next coffee they take is from a different country. Why is it so? Because they've also failed to develop the practical aspect. Ghana produce cocoa, but still, our product still move straight from different countries. Chocolate, yeah, imported. Kwame Monet has dropped his message and he said, I have a single track to promote. To promote it, I need your help. Okay, Kwame, you can drop your message. After your message, you can drop your contact. If you actually need my help, then drop your contact at the comment sector so that after everything, our CEO will contact you. Today we are on the dancehall edition, and dancehall is the house of truth. So today we are in for the truth, and we are in to speak the truth. It's cooking, it's cooking. Wherever you are, 47 minutes past the hour 4, and you are still locked down in the series of Corner Radio in Accra, Newtown, opposite the Echo Bank. And this is the hottest drive time ever, the Corner Vibe Show. I told you guys earlier on, back in 2021, when we step in 2022, it's all about hot topics, hot agendas. We want to correct one another. And I always say a country can move on or a country can move forward if we all accept our mistakes and correct the mistakes together. An individual, if you are not ready for your mistakes to be corrected, then forget achieving success. And whoever gets annoyed when it's corrected, never meet he or she success. So before you can be successful in life, you should be ready to be corrected and should be ready to accept any correction. Common sense is not owned by an individual. We all have common sense, and if together we can all share the same ideas by bringing up our common sense together, then we can excel as a country, as an individual, as a group of people. It's cooking, it's cooking, diggy diggy, it's cooking. 50 minutes past the hour 4. You guys will keep on dropping your messages. Hey, DJ, we're in the dancehall move. Do you longer thing the other day? Today we are in the level of the truth, and the truth is dancehall and reggae. This is wonder, wonder, wonder. Wonders and wonders and wonders. Wonders shall never end. If you really want to see wonders, then you have to develop upon your common sense abilities.
Wonders. It's no five.
I want to use this opportunity to say big good evening to Women Not Get Problem Babe in Accra, Ashaman. To all the Ashamericans, I say big ups to you all. To all my guys in Newtown, especially the Agbajina area, I say good evening to you all. At 16, Atashu Kwana, number 1 MC in Ghana and beyond. Atashu Kwana, I say good evening to you and your family. Wonders. I say they never see wonders. And if they want to really see wonders, then they have to develop upon their common sense ability. Ghana can still witness wonders. Ghana can still transform. Ghana can still become one of the leading developed countries. If only we focus on the practical aspect and minimize the way we deal with the theoretical aspect. In Ghana, that we have a technical student. He know everything about book, but he can never operate a machine. Only in Ghana we have such graduates. I say they never see wonders, champion, wonders. In Ghana, that we have big doctors. Some of them are in America excelling, but still we don't trust them. When you want to do doctrine, or make us go Cuba, they go see a doctrine. Why are they asking you to go to Cuba? Because Cuba, they deal with practical aspects. They don't waste their time on the theoretical aspect. So why can't we also do the practical aspect for other countries to also come to our country to learn? This kind of sense is not picked from a book, but it's just common sense. Every individual have it in his or her brain. We are all moving to UK to get our masters, and when we are from UK, we are back in Ghana. They value us more than everybody. Why do they value the one from the UK? He went and learned the practical aspects, not the theoretical aspects. But the one in Ghana with the masters and the one from UK with the masters, we value the one from UK because he went there and did and had a practical master, not a theoretical master. So the one from UK, when you put him onto the field, you know what he or she is doing. But the one who has wasted time on the theoretical aspect, when you give him the practical aspect, he said, I didn't learn this. I can't operate this machine because they didn't teach me how to operate this machine on physical ability. It's only about the theory aspects. Oh! Okay. Dance our queen. Ah! Dance our king. Dance our queen. So wherever you are watching me, you are the dancehall kings and queens. And I say God richly bless you all. Oh! Okay. You guys always give me the energy. This one is from Kweku Darlington. And he said, I love the energy, more energy. You guys always give me the energy. Because without you guys, I don't get the energy. So wherever you are, Kweku Darlington. Hey, my name is Kweku Darlington. Wherever you are, so God richly bless you. Dance like king, dance like queen. Ah! You know, Miss V, this same dancehall king, dance like queen. She have a song with Stoneboy with the same title, and she have the same song with Shatawale again. Wow! Have you seen Common Sense? She's seen that Stoneboy and Shatawale are both dancehall kings, so she featured two of them with the same concept and the same music. This is Common Sense. Adrian Juma, her name Black. 2022. We are empowering our common sense ability. Today I'm impressed with the way you guys have shared the video and the way you guys have liked the video. The share and the like is almost competing. This should tell me that indeed you guys have really followed the program up to where it is now. Abubakar Nadilma has also sent his message and he said interesting. Big ups to you, bro.
Rude boy love a girl, we work on it. Me want this thing feel us, yeah. You want me last, girl. Me no want take you.
Okay, this is from my own senior Mustafa, and he said keep the fire burning. I am Evidence watching you live from Kumerica. You are great. Big ups to you, senior Mustafa. Wherever you are monitoring me, I say God richly bless you. He's also one of the baddest and ever sports presenters. You can't sponsor. You can't mention sports without mentioning the name Evidence. I know right now you're also excelling in one of the #1 stations in Kumasi, which is Kumerican. Keep on throwing the fire. Keep on enlightening people about what is going on wrong in the sports industry. Big ups to you, Senior Evidence. And wherever you are, God richly bless you too.
With me from the beginning. Oh, what a shame.
You know, Senior Evidence has just reminded me something about this common sense again. Now we are moving straight to the GFA, Ghana Football Association. You see common sense. If you don't have common sense, Jacob bless. Do you know that our former coach, which was CK Akono, up to date, GFA have not yet finished paying CK Akono his money based on the contract. They are still paying CK Akono. And right now, we fired Avant Grant and we are gonna pay him. I said Avant Grant, sorry, Milovan Rajeval. And we are still gonna pay Milovan, even though we fired him because the contract we signed with Milo couldn't end and we fired Milo. Where your common sense? You guys were going for the AFCON tournament. Why not signing the contract? Milo, we are signing this contract with you. When we are not able to bring the AFCON, we fire you. Why can't you make such agreements? You're gonna fire him. And as you are firing him, you're gonna pay him based on the contract. Ghana taxpayers' money. We fire the coach, but still, we are gonna pay him per the contract. They know my name, but they never know my story. Where Ghana is going to, we can't imitate this. 3 minutes to the hour 5. Well, I'll be closing my show. But before I close the show, let me bring my DJ on. DJ Roofages. DJ Roofages. Man Roof G. Ask Gaddafi always say, Man Roof G.
You don't know my story, you know.
DJ Roof.
Oh no, I don't know.
DJ Roof G.
Straight Lord.
What's up?
Cool.
Don't call my name. If you know hustle with me from the beginning, I want to say, DJ Roof.
Straight Lord.
So why is he? Why do you go on?
As you can see, everything is cool.
Everything is cool. That's for the past, like, almost getting to 1 week. You have not been on my show. You've just playing, but you are not on the show. So, DJ Roof G.
Straight Lord.
Today, we've just dismantled all the conundrum levels, the alacrities, we're breaking down everything into pieces, which is common sense. Common sense. And according to the Oxford Dictionary, according to Google, according to the Longman Dictionary, we don't sell common sense. We don't have to go to school before we acquire common sense.
Yes.
And when you have common sense, the little you have, you can make it sustainable for yourself, your family, or your country. So here's the case, Ghana, we have the little, but still we are not what? Portraying a sustainable economy.
Which means we're lacking common sense.
Common sense!
Yes, it's what
we're
lacking.
The definition of what? Google. We are lacking common sense because we have the resources, all right, but still we are not running a sustainable economy. That means something elsewhere is not moving on right. And common sense is also saying that before you can achieve everything, you have to deal with things practically, not theoretically. And this is the case in Ghana. When you have the ability without the certificate, you don't acquire a job. So how do we increase our productivity when we don't employ ability but we employ certificate? This means baby ukoye because the common sense agenda there enye. You know, Abraham Moshe also have something he always say. Black man can never move on because black man lack common sense.
And there's a saying in one reggae music that yes. In the abundance of water, the fool is what? Is tasty.
Yes.
In the abundance of water, the fool is tasty.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Make Ghana what we can boast of is in salt. We refine it in our own country is salt. Apart from Chene, we can't boast of refining anything again.
What about charcoal?
Charcoal. You see gas.
You see gas.
How many of us are using charcoal?
Jai.
If you come to Accra when you are selling charcoal, my brother, then you have to move to the rural areas. That's where charcoal is. We know charcoal always get price when we are short of gas. But when there's gas, we don't have charcoal. We don't need charcoal anymore. And you see, the case here is not only Ghana is lacking this ability. Some part of Africans, because you know, looking at the Arab countries, they are excelling more than the North Africa. They are excelling more
especially some part of West African countries.
You see, yeah. That's why it came to a time the North Africans will say they are not Africans. Because the mentality, the ability, the way they reason, we don't reason like they do. Like that. So they feel like they are no Africans.
They are more better than us.
They are more better than us. So and why should they feel that? Because common sense.
They are not from Africa.
Yes, They feel like the way they think and the way we think is not to have no resources. Resources are Dubai want to fish and sea. Their harbor is their resources. But they are able to use only that one harbor they have. Only one free harbor. Like that place is harbor free. When you are importing or exporting, it's free. The only thing they have there and fish. But Dubai is able to use only this to make their country one of the one of the attractive country in the world.
Wow.
With just 2 resources. The sea they have
just
and the fish they
resources.
Get from the sea.
Interesting.
Just 2 resources. Ghana, we can mention oil, cocoa, bauxite. timber, magazine. What again? Oil. I say oil. We have crude.
Gold.
Even the oil say we have crude oil.
Gold, diamond.
We have crude oil, right? Yeah. We have petrol. We have currency. All this, we have all that. But still, we can't develop our own country to make it attractive. Dubai have only 2 resources. They are able to develop it. 2 resources. That means we need to change what? Our mentality. We are focused on the theory aspect. Since independence, which is what? 63 years now. Still, we don't have any good results. So now, let's give ourselves 5 years development. DJ what do you think about today's topic? Common sense.
It's interesting.
It's interesting.
Very interesting.
Yeah? Yeah. Then what do you also think, Ghana, we can also do to improve our common sense ability?
What we can do to improve our common sense and ability is to stop, exchanging our
resources.
Our resources to
and if we can't refine it here, that means the resources is waste. We have people who said they went to school to learn much about engineering, much about technology, but still up to date with all the degrees, we can still refine most of our resources in our own country. So the degree they have on that engineering, what is the essence of them acquiring that degree?
It becomes useless.
You have we will give a road contract to somebody from China who haven't even school and do only certificate, but we still believe the Chinese man more than our own Ghanaian contractors. Why do we believe the Chinese man? Because he's doing his thing, the practical aspect. Our own contractors did their own on the theoretical way. So that means we ourselves don't believe what we are empowering. That's Ghana. Interesting country. We are there sabotaging our own self, killing our own people, starving our own self. Then when we started, we said that the country is a country. I'm telling you, let's move to America, and America will take over Ghana. Just 3 years. I'm telling you, Ghana that America will be taking over will be much nicer and better than the American Ghanaians are going to take over there. Yes, because the resources are here. And the white men have learned much about the practical aspect. I'm telling you, when we give a white man the chance to rule Ghana, I'm telling you, let's give the white man just at least. They should give us 6 white men from all the European countries, 6 to rule Ghana. I'm telling you, 5 years, Ghana will become a different country just because they will change. First thing they will change is the educational system. And if the educational system is changed, they will make the human being more useful. Ghana, we have energetic people, but we don't know how to use them. Why don't we know how to use them? We deal with the certificate. Depending on certificate, performing. If we could have given them the practical, they could have performed and increased our productivity. So let's give 6 white men the opportunity to become the president, to become the vice president, the speaker of parliament. White people to take over and take over just for 5 years. I'm telling you, Ghana will be one of the countries that the whole world people would like to visit. People would like to see.
We see, just like South Africa.
Yes, just like South Africa. Ghana had independence almost 40 years before South Africa had independence. But we can never compare ourselves to South Africa. Just because why? Common sense. Common sense is the key word there. So Ghanaians, we lack one thing and common sense. That's why we are suffering. That's why we are suffering day in, day out.
Not only Ghanaians.
Part of Africa.
Yeah,
you know, we have part of Africa. We have part of Africa. You know, yesterday I was like
the West African countries
doing some resources, like doing some like investigation. Do you know that in a country like
Botswana, is it the mixed race country or
yes
mixed race
country? But we are country like Botswana, a country like Ethiopia. They were able to develop their own laptops to share it to students. Not that they went and buy Ghana teachers laptop school up to senior high level. Yes, Botswana and Ethiopia. If you move to a country like is it Addis Ababa? Like yes, one of the capital. That's Addis Ababa. I don't know. Like I know that I'm forgetting that country name. They were able to like invent their own robot traffic light. It's a robot traffic light that directs people like a human being, but it's a robot. And they didn't buy it from a different country. Their university student invented that. Practical, because they pass through the practical aspect. Ghana you bet me the theory. I do not board so I invented traffic light, but it's me the practical.
It's me the practical.
Yeah, it's me the practical.
Look at this.
Because we lack that thing, common sense. So DJ Roof, we've almost take 8 minutes self-pass. We've always take 8 minutes. What do you have to tell Ghanaians out there?
What I have to tell about Ghanaians out there is we shouldn't always depend on the white peoples.
Yes.
Yeah. We can also, do something on our own in our own country, rather than depending on the white people.
The white people. Wow. So Mama Kadri has also dropped a message. She liked the show and she's also giving us some dancing emojis. They should tell her that Mama Kadri is indeed loving the show. Big ups to you, Mama Kadri, wherever you are. We said good evening to you and the family. Then you review your final words. Then we put the show to an end. Your final words.
All we need is prayers. Yeah, prayers.
All we need is prayers, and with prayers everything is possible. Thank you very much, DJ Review.
Making our motherland a better place to live. Tell me
where we gonna run go? Tell me where we are running to after making our motherland a better place to live. But here's the case: Ghana still we are not able to make our motherland a better place to live because our citizens, our youth are now desperate to move to outside countries. Why are they desperate to move to the outside country? Because we are not able to make good use of our human resources and our natural resources. So if we can stop all this, we can stop all the illegal migration, we can stop our youth from running to increase others' country productivity, then we have to use common sense to be able to make good productivity or to make good use of our own resources. I go by the name Lord Official, aka the Ghetto Youth Journalist, and thank you for making your day with me on the Corner Vibe Show.